There. Check, check, test, audio, sounds, noises, hello. Test, audio, sounds. I'm already hearing feedback. Alright.
First, be your second pair of eyes.
Indeed, please do. Give me a sound check on your end real quick.
It is a quite a tantalizing thought, now isn't it? It is a quite a tantalizing thought, now isn't it?
Yes, yes, indeed. Sounding good, sounding good. Go ahead and mute up the stream
oddly
right there.
booming through.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's because you have a better mic and things better set up than I do, but not a problem. You are the project lead on this build, so it makes sense that you have the floor. Boom's already in chat. Welcome. Looks like we're live, so we might as well get started. All right, you guys, Lightning Thunderbolt here, and welcome to day 3 of our 50-follower 1-week celebration. And today, we've got a little something special for you. We are running an in-depth tutorial on Sonic Riders, but we are playing Sonic Riders Tournament Edition, given that it is essentially the go-to mod for competitive play in recent years. Now, this mod's been known for a while, and I've seen quite a few tutorials regarding Sonic Riders, but there haven't been a lot that have gone like truly in-depth from beginning to like the very bare basics to a lot of the advanced techniques. And I'm sure you guys, a lot of you who are new to competitive play, would love to know more about this mod and how to get into the competitive community. So naturally, doing a tutorial, an undertaking such as this, would not be possible on my own. So joining me today, I have a very special guest. You know him well. He is a man of culture. He is a man of many names, Mr. Tag Protag Sensei, the professional tagonist, lead project developer of Sonic Riders. Sonic Riders Tournament Edition, fellow competitor, and my friend, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on this channel, the Real Protagonist is joining us today.
It's quite the introduction.
Of course, yeah. Welcome, my friend. Good to have you on the channel.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing some Riders 101 educational class on the art of extreme gear.
Yes, fellow master of the extreme gear. He will be showing you a lot more of the advanced techniques, much more so than I, especially with a lot of the more open skips. There's a lot of crazy stuff you can do that I don't believe we've cataloged as well in the past. So, with that, I suppose we'll just get right into it. So, let us just go ahead and get started. If you shall join me, Mr. Protagonist.
Bring it on.
Of course. Let's see.
All right. So, let us start off
So what do you
with
wanna
the...
start off with?
I'm sorry?
Oh, what would you like to start off with? Like the super basics? Or?
Yeah, like just the absolute basics. You know, like I wanted to have this double as a tutorial as well as an interview as well. So, naturally you see us starting out. You see us with the starting line, there's a countdown. Now, you don't want to go across the line there because there's like, you know, an electric field and everything, and you don't want to hit that because then it messes up your start. Now, you could just wait for it to go down, run across the line, and then you get a pretty good start, but you don't really get that much speed as a result. What you want to do is time it with the countdown, so we're going to try to show you generally what to do here. Hold back from the start, and right at 2, you pretty much turn around. So the timing is pretty much something like this. You essentially go 4, 3, stop, turn, 1, 0, go. And then, so we got a decent start there. Not necessarily the best one. You can time it a little bit closer than that. You want to try to aim for within 1/10 of a second. That'll give you the best starting time.
Yeah. That'll launch you at 230 speed, which is really, really good to be able to launch at the beginning.
Yeah, there we go. That was good. Okay.
He got it, yeah.
I managed to get, yeah, Protag was like a 100th of a second off. But yeah, so that's like the basics with start and everything. Sorry for the constant restarts here and everything, but we're gonna... So that's starting. That's pretty much what you want to do with that. It'll vary a bit in tournament because sometimes you want to stagger in a competitive play. So what we're going to do now is just go ahead out in front and just break to show you. So with break, we're going to just like essentially that is we're gonna give you GameCube controller, but you can map it to anything. But you know, you just hold your R trigger or your L trigger, whichever one to break. Both of them will drop to tornado.
The RL button.
Yeah, both of them drop to tornado, but we'll get into that later. So now in this first drop here, you see a ramp in front of us. So with ramps, as you approach a ramp, you want to hold down the A button. Generally, how's it going, Protag? You vibing? You good, man?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm doing just fine.
Yeah, no, we chilling here. See, this is. Yep. That collision sure makes sense. That's good.
Yes.
But yes, as you approach a ramp, you just want to hold the A button. You'll slow down, although base gear in Tournament Edition doesn't actually lose speed. So yeah, let me get a little distance here to give you a better idea. So when the gear will cruise automatically forward. To get max height jump off of a ramp, you want to hold down the A button. So you're approaching the ramp, you hold down A, at the very edge of the ramp, release it, and then you get maximum height. I didn't do it right there. But what you're going to find is there's basically, well, there's two variations of ramp, which is auto ramp and manual ramp. We'll get to manual later, but for the auto ramps, pretty much to get the max height jump and get the best shortcut, all you're going to need to do is basically remember there's two types of ramps. There's flat 45-degree angle ramps, start with a forward flip first time, and you just, hold it on the analog stick. And for curved 9-degree angle ramps, you want to use a backflip, and that will get you your maximum height. So to kind of show off what you're going to be doing here.
Yeah, it just depends on what type of shortcut or jump you want to get. Sometimes it has the utility of you could stay in the air longer and get
Hold
right
button
from your
at the
opponent
very
to set
edge.
up for an attack. Yeah.
So yeah, normally you don't want to get top path, but you see right there, we start with a forward trick, and then we did any sort of direction after that. That gets you top path right there. Obviously right here. Yeah. So what he just did, I chose not to go off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The difference between manual and auto is that you can choose to go on manuals. All you have to do is press the jump button on time. And automatics, as you can see, even though I didn't charge the jump in time, or I didn't release it rather, you still go off the ramp no matter what, because you need to sort of proceed.
Indeed. And as you saw, that was an auto ramp there. That was a backwards trick because it was a 9-degree angle, and that will get you the max height jump. You're going to also be noticing shortcuts with speed, fly, and power. That's based on character type, not archetype, which is like a subtype of the character. That's for Tournament Edition, we'll explain later. But speed type, you double tap the jump button, which is A, and you'll get on the rail. Power types can blast through objects. Fly types, and you do not have to jump on fly ramps. They can take fly rings and go places that other characters cannot. As you saw what Protag did, you can pretty much just style with your tricks there. If you don't want to do forward, you can actually get more tricks in, so I got 6 tricks in there. That gave me an automatic X rank. You want to get higher ranks. It goes C, B, C, B, A, double A, S, double S, and X. X getting you the most air and the highest speed boost. And then you're also noticing from items you get air and rings. Air essentially refills your air tank. You don't want to run out there. And pits and tricks will refill your air, as you saw demonstrated from Protag there. Oh, whoa, okay, that was interesting. Did you attack me right there and then...
Yeah, I did.
That's a little something we like to call...
Yeah,
because it gave the vibration for the screen there. That's a little something we like to call player interaction, ladies and gentlemen. We'll demo that more to you. But yeah.
So I want to go over a couple of intricacies of some of the things that you just spoke about.
Yes, please do.
One interesting thing about braking is that when you'll actually brake faster if you hold the digital input, or if you hold both of the brake buttons at the same time. The thing is, if you press them too fast, you'll do what's called a tornado, which is a defensive technique. But on the GameCube version, the analog does matter. You'll actually brake a little bit slower if you only press the L or R button lightly.
Oh, interesting.
That's something interesting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So if you... Oh, yeah. Actually, I never even knew that.
You'll brake very slightly. You see, I'm still kind of
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not really decreasing in speed anymore.
Oh, I see it
Yeah.
if you hold it all the way. That's pretty cool if they programmed that. I didn't even
If you
know
hold,
that one.
if you hold it all the way, yep, and then you'll come to a complete stop. So
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you're not going to see brake used often in competitive play. This is just for beginner players who are trying to get a feel for their gear. It's like, hold on, I just want to slow down. But if you don't want to burn Tornado, you can essentially, use this technique. Now, for the more stylized tricks to get like more tricks in, it doesn't really serve much of a practical purpose, but it's stylish. So you got to go for the sauce, man. This is essentially called, well, what I choose to call it is the Cupid combo. What the heck? But yeah, this was found by our good friend Forden, longtime member of the community. But the combination you basically want to input instead of forward or backward is right, down, left, up when you're going off of a ramp. And you can get quite a few tricks in this way. And it's a way to look incredibly stylish going off a ramp. So I was able to put in 6 combinations there. But yeah, for longer ramps, you can end up putting in more tricks. It's like, that's just kind of cool. It looks cool. But yeah, tornadoes are good for trapping your opponent. As you get rings, you level up, and your tornado will change. So a level 2 tornado will be 2 level 1 tornadoes, but spinning around each other. As where at level 3, you will be seeing a massive tornado, which is incredibly hard to dodge. It's the reason that there are a lot of skips that are banned in tournament, but would not be banned in what we call an open run, which we'll get into later.
Yes. Is there anything else to touch on for basics? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff on the track, rings, item boxes, usually containing air or rings.
Indeed.
And you have pits, obstacles, stuff like that.
Yeah, if you run out of air and you don't want to bother with trying to get it back from tricks, and you just need some air really quick, you just go into the pit as Protag did, and then it will refill your air meter. You can also, if you don't want to fill it up all the way, you can tap A to jump out of the pit early. Yeah.
There's generally it's pretty bad to use the pit because it's the slowest way of refilling your air.
Yeah.
However, there are some gears in Tournament Edition that are like designed around using the pit.
Such as Super Hang On, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah. There are a couple of more gears that gain more air like faster during pits. But yeah.
Let me see if I can properly demo Boost Chain here, because we'll probably get to that next. Yeah, you see that. So now Boost Chaining is actually a pretty advanced technique. Oh, I didn't really go over Drift, so let me do that real quick. So, hello Protag CPU. So with Drift, naturally when you hit a corner, a lot of people make this mistake, especially if you were zero grab players, because I understand that the mechanics are much different there. When you're approaching a corner, it's easy to, it gives you the side plus R input. You don't want to do it at the same time, because then it'll register as a brake. What you want to do is it's designed so that you have to be turning first, holding the direction, and then put in the drift input. So you like turn, hold R, and then release once you've charged it enough, and you'll get a boost. You can also, let me get more air here because it's, that was exit pit early there. That's a tournament edition specific input. But yeah, you can also, depending on how you take the turn and how you enter it, normally something like this, you want to enter from the outside and turn sharp. Once you start drifting, you can actually stutter your drift, not like turn it all, to turn like gradually, and then turn steeply by pressing the direction more in that direction. But yeah, that would be the basics behind drifting. I guess we should go over player interaction next, so I guess we'll try and demo that for you in the next match. B button is your boost button, obviously, and that consumes air. But boosting, in addition to locking your speed at a certain speed and pushing you forward faster, is also the primary way of attacking your opponent, which we will demo to you in this next match.
Let's begin.
Leveling up with rings also levels up your attacks as well. So you want to get to level 3 as quickly as possible. See how Protag staggered it there. We were basically, playing mind games with each other at the beginning.
Yeah, a little bit of leapfrog action. So one thing that's really important to know in Sonic Riders is when both players are, attacking each other, the player from behind generally almost always wins. So if both players are boosting, if you're slightly behind your opponent, you're gonna win pretty much 100% of the time.
Yeah, that's your
It's just how
that's like your lock on
just
it.
a
So
general
see,
yeah.
ooh, all right. So Protag's at level 2, so I gotta be careful now because his attack is stronger. I'm now at level 2 as well. I tried to place a tornado to slow him down there, but unfortunately it failed. You want to be wary of your tornado placement. Now he's got level 3, so he can really mess me up if he gets me with the tornado. Oh, and see, he was smart there. He tornadoed the speed ramp. So if I had not jumped there, I would have gotten hit. Now, tornadoes don't damage you, but they majorly slow you down, and they can make you waste boost as well. So now I'm picking up level 3. So now with both players at level 3, this is where the racing gets interesting. I got bottom path, unfortunately. He's going to be able to hit me with a guaranteed tornado here. Yep, it's impossible to avoid that at level 3. Just pretty much takes up the entire area there. It's kind of obnoxious.
There we go. Just wants some erratic movement right here.
Yep. See, and ooh! So that made things interesting. So he made me think that he was going to kind of slightly stay in the lead, but then he fell behind me. See, and now he's in a good position to attack me. So now my goal is kind of trying to outrun him here. Ooh! That's what we call player interaction, folks. Now, that's interesting because he hit me with a level 3 attack. 100!
Here we go.
Yeah, for some reason, when you have player interaction at the goal right there, usually the person who's behind cannot pull ahead, but you want to try and get that attack off before the goal. In Tournament Edition, in addition to Turbulence, there is something called Slipstream that's been implemented, which allows you to not take Turbulence and catch up with your opponent faster, which is with the press of the Y button, you can see the trail is purple, and you'll ignore Turbulence. And then you'll get Slipstream if you're closer. So Protag used that to catch up to me at the end, and he was able to get the attack off on me there. But since I was close enough to the finish line, I was able to pull ahead of him last second right there. So you see some pretty exciting interaction in tournaments as a result.
When a player's getting attacked, they are in front of their opponent. So the attacking player is always going to be behind for pretty much most of the attacks. It's an animation thing. It depends on the animation, but another thing to go by is that you probably don't want to attack your opponent right when the race is about to end, right when you two are about to cross the finish line. A lot of really good players actually know this, and it's a really common sort of intermediate level player trap where it's like, oh, I'm gonna hit this guy and I'm gonna take the lead at the last second. You can't do that in Sonic Riders. You gotta hit them, a little bit before that finish line, because some players will intentionally allow themselves to get hit because it'll guarantee them the win because they'll be in front when they cross the finish line.
And that dub and tourney is all that matters. There are a few exceptions. I'm trying to think if there are any others besides this one, but as most of you will know, I'm a seasoned Supersonic main in tournament. And Supersonic is effective because, he has the disadvantage of Ring here, which means he can't gain back air, but he has the advantage of having Omni-type, which is all types, Invuln, which means he doesn't lose rings to attack. He has basically level 3 stats, and then some, because his boost gets it a whopping 285. And the thing is, if Supersonic were to get an attack off right before the end, if he were to hit the opponent before the finish line, it pretty much instantaneously stops the opponent and spins them out. So if there's an attack like that, that's one of the exceptions to the rule where you can actually get the win last second. So, like I said, there are a couple of exceptions. But should we go into advanced techniques and explain typing shortcuts now?
Typing shortcuts, yeah. I mean, I think a really good example of that would be, I think Splash Canyon would be a good example of type shortcuts.
Yeah. Oh, before we begin that, Let me just apologize. My stream is not as properly set up as everyone else is. Just gonna say hi to everyone in chat. Jam, Goomba, welcome. My boy Slink, what's up, man? I see ProTech has already announced the AREC exams in the Thanos Cup. Would you like to announce this in stream? What those events are?
Yeah, we have a beginner tournament coming up. We run beginner tournaments in the Discord, so basically only like new people can join, or like novice level players, and you know we have lots of tournaments running, so just check them out.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, okay, you put the Discord in there, and yeah, ProTech, as you saw, put the Sonic Riders competitive Discord link in there. So for anyone who wishes to break into the competitive scene, come join us. It's always a fun time. All right, we're playing Splash Canyon now. Yes.
Oh, we're in Red Canyon actually.
Oh, Red Canyon. Okay. Yeah. This is not the optimal pick, but I'll just try Sonic Omni, I guess, to demonstrate.
You should probably play Speed type.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'll play Power Access.
Oh, okay.
And you play.
All right.
Yeah.
I like to play ADS here. So some changes made to Advantage S actually is a running type gear in this one, so it loses air faster, but it actually goes faster on foot, which is interesting. It's kind of like just giving Sonic speed juice. Imagine Sonic using his actual full speed in the game.
That would be something.
Yes.
But Sonic's a good sport, so.
Indeed.
He likes to follow the rules, as I would say. So in terms of some of the intricacies of type shortcuts, there are quite a bit of them. And I think this is one of the best examples of them. And you're going to see real quick, Aya has this power type shortcut here.
So he can take advantage of that and leave you behind by getting the early QTE.
Yes. But what's important is that if a player is behind you, behind the power type, usually the power type can reveal that new shortcut and then anyone can take it. So you have to be a little bit careful. Sometimes you can actually make believe you're going to take the power type shortcut, don't, and then if your opponent's not paying attention, or if you both are too close in order for them to react, you can sort of make them smack into the power type wall as you go the normal route.
The classic, the bonk.
Yeah.
Like, let's see. Oh, see, he did it there. He made me think he was going to take it. So that's what you don't want to fall for. But a lot of players will, a lot of newer players can fall for that and will end up losing speed. A lot of you probably, newer players are probably interested in seeing what's going on here with the, it's like, how are you able to skip the rail that fast? So if you, it's another implemented feature of Tournament Edition. If you hold down the drift button, R trigger, while going off of a rail, you can keep all your momentum while jumping off of the rail. So that allows you to shoot out faster and also take shortcuts you couldn't before, such as the tournament legal skip known as the rail skip. And we'll get into the difference between tournament legal skips and open skips a bit later on in the video. Ooh, it's going to be interesting. Coming in. What are you going to do?
Maybe not. Oh, no.
Ooh, got him. Oh, hello. I'm very confused right now. Oh well, that made a lot of sense, game. Did I? So I hit you with that and I like bonked into the wall. This is the second time we've seen like a sequence break happen, I think.
Well, normally that like when you go down the waterfall, it does restrict certain abilities like drifting.
Mm-hmm.
So drifting and jumping, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. So all I was trying to do is just basically,
it
yeah,
might have messed with our movement a little bit.
Possibly.
When you hit me, because usually an attack gets canceled when you bonk into a wall. Sometimes that isn't the case though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, depends on how far the attack animation is currently in said state. If it's almost done, if it's You already lost your rings and damage calculation has happened.
Yeah, depends on like
If
when.
you think of,
Go ahead.
yeah, if you think of getting attacked, it's kind of like a phase in Yu-Gi-Oh! How there's like, it's kind of like the battle phase. How there's, an attack happening, like a declaration of an attack, and then damage calculation happens, and then the next phase. So if you get interrupted before damage calculation, before you actually lose your rings and lose your air, it'll act as if the attack didn't really happen, or it'll like fling you into some direction and something weird will happen.
Yeah.
So if damage calculation will happen, usually the attack will get canceled if you bump into a wall before that point of the animation.
Yeah.
Some attacks go into calculation sooner than others. It depends on the specific character. But yeah.
And you're probably noticing all these different attacks here. Honestly, try it out with your friends as you're like starting out early, or try it out with a lot of our fellow competitors in the Discord. There's a lot of different attacks, and this was like all in base game. At level 3, attacks become interesting. At level 2, Sonic and I believe, both have what's called an AoE, which is an area of effect attack, and this is essentially able to it's a wider area, and it hits you and kind of either spins you out or flings you. It's not like necessarily needed to lock on to your opponent to like get right next to them. Just getting hit with that area, the boost area, will enable you to guarantee the hit. But at level 3, things become more interesting. Sonic has I think it's a flip attack. I think I also does that. Knights has a stun. Are there any characters with level 3 that... Jet has a spin out. Shadow has something called Spear, I think, which puts you into a spin for a little while.
Yeah.
I don't know what Jet's is what you would call that.
Call it a twist.
The twist. The twist.
Yeah. Knuckles and Jet have a twist.
Yes. Fun to see. I think Amy actually has a pretty powerful level 3 attack because she has Flatten, right?
Yeah, Flatten's very powerful status effect. It doesn't let you jump or ride Turbulence, which is pretty detrimental. So after you take the attack stun of the attack, sometimes at level 3, there'll be status effects. So you have Flatten, Twist, Shock, Daze, and I'm pretty sure that's it actually.
Yeah, Tails would be an example of Shock. Some are unique, like I think
He'll do Slay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's also Obscure. Yeah, there's Obscure. Amy and Eggman, Eggman and Cream have something called Obscure, which obscures the screen, kind of like a blooper in Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Will, distort vision.
Still allows for a slowdown. We'll show you later what Eggman's level 3 attack looks like. I've been doing a running gag where I've started to call it the Protag Special, especially when he runs Super Hang On. It's just he wants to go for that level 3 attack. Oh wait, what course are we playing right now?
This is Guardian. We're gonna do a little bit of player interaction,
All
demonstration, and with tornadoes and turbulence.
All right, sounds good.
I think this is a really good map, being the baby park of the game.
Yeah, it's basically your standard oval. We've made it now so you don't have to hit the boss, so you can just kind of run around the track. Just 3 laps and you're good.
Yeah.
See if I can demonstrate boost
Yeah, so-
chain here.
We should probably talk a little bit about turbulence and
Yes,
how that
true.
works. Yeah, so turbulence is this little wind current that you see that's behind a leading player. So it can be made by players in second and third and beyond. And it essentially, so normally when you're being propelled forward in Sonic Riders, you don't have to press there's no gas button or anything like that. Normally your gear is going to be costing you air, literally just to ride it. So it's what's called a passive air drain. And some gears have different passive air drains, like you saw the Advantage S earlier had a very high one, but default gear generally has a normal one.
That's why it's a
And
good gear to start on.
Yeah. Turbulence, while riding it, does not deplete your passive air drain because you're riding this wind current.
Yeah, notice
As
how
you
I'm
see,
riding
he's
it
not
now.
losing
I'm
any
not
air
losing
already.
any air.
And you also get a lot of gained speed, especially if you do tricks on the turbulence. It's essentially the game's comeback factor. Though what's pretty interesting about this game's comeback factor is that it can be highly manipulated by the player who's creating it. So you can bump into walls and cut off the turbulence. You can make it all swervy and tipsy-toppy. Yeah, and you can do a lot with turbulence.
Yeah, you can mess with me, try and like knock me into the power objects. You like kind of cut it off there. At that point, you can also go purple by pressing Y and choose to take Slipstream instead. That's a specific feature of Tournament Edition, actually. Appreciate the fact that you guys put in Bakamitai for the memes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good song. What can I say?
Well, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's to start out here. So watch my boost real quick. A normal boost locks you, say at level 1, you're at 200 speed. But if you were to do boost chain, you gain multiplicators. I got to 230 there with that. So what you do with boost chain is you start drift, you press boost, and you release drift in order to get extra speed from it. That's a pretty advanced technique. This can work at level 2 as well. It's not as easy at level 3, but it is doable because you can hit speeds, especially on base gear, like 290, 300. And we talk about levels. Some gears in Tournament Edition have a level 4, which is an overdrive, and that has proved to be incredibly overpowering, and on gears like Turbostar, rather obnoxious.
Yeah, so about boost chaining, it's essentially the game's L-canceling / wave dashing. It's a technique that you're going to need to learn if you're going to, become good in competitive play. It's pretty simple. Normally, when you're boosting, it sets your speed. So I'm at 196 right now. Level 1 boost speed is 200 speed. If I drift at the same time, you can see my speed goes over 200. And that's because when you're drifting and you press the boost button, for some reason, it's like an exploit in the game's code. It makes you, instead of setting your speed, it makes it like an additive. It multiplies your current speed by, I think it's 1.19 or something like that. Not sure exactly on the math, but essentially, through breaking the game, you can you can have this little exploit.
Yeah.
And just like that, I caught up to Sonic.
Yeah, just
really
like
fast.
that.
It allows you to get the jump on people because you can sort of.
Oh, hello.
You're supposed to. Oh, I see. Quite the nice one.
Indeed. But yes, essentially, you would naturally want, with 200 speeds, your boost speed level 1. But getting to 230, that's I think your natural boost speed at level 2. And of course, at level 2, you can get to 250, which is level 3 boost speed. Thank you, Guardian. Excellent addition to the commentary. But at level 3, then, if you can implement boost training properly, which is a bit trickier to do, then you can get to speeds of 270, 280, sometimes even close to 300, which is rather poggers, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, so due to the low speeds from tricking or, getting out of the pit or hitting someone in an attack, at level 1, you can actually, it's a more versatile technique. You can boost chain more often. But at level 3, since your boost speed is level 250 speed, it's a little bit more tricky to actually benefit from boost chaining and not detriment yourself. Because if you're slower than 250 boost speed, or you're slower than I would say 220, boost chaining is actually not something you want to do at level 3 because you'll actually end up going slower. So
I've also noticed that when trying to pull it off, if you just land a trick, sometimes it depends on how much speed you get based on the ramps. So what you have to be careful of is if you don't want to boost chain all the time. Sometimes regular boost is better than boost chain because, like we've been saying, it calculates speed multiplicatively with boost chaining. So sometimes it'll only give you a little bit of extra speed based on your current top speed. As where if your current top speed is faster, or you're just cruising and stuff, then you'll end up getting the benefit of the boost chain. And of course, this is a good course for typing and everything to explain it. Protag is playing Nice, which is a fly type character, and see, he's not able to take rail, but I am. And you gain air back from typing shortcuts, of course. Think fast. He did. That was
so in order to leave Turbulence, there's 2 ways to do it. You can either click both of the L and R like the tornado input that makes you leave turbulence. That's the original way that the devs intended you to do it. But in Tournament Edition,
You saw it right there.
the Z button was added, or the Y toggle, which allows you to become immune to turbulence as long as it's held, or Y for the toggle if you want to leave it on.
And the reason they put that in is because when you exit from turbulence, you actually spin out and sort of launch either right or left. So if there's obstacles nearby, or if you're on an area with no guardrails, you could fall off. But if I enter turbulence again with I forgot about the reciprocal stem, with the Y toggle on, I can enter turbulence. If I just want to drop, I press Y. I just drop from my current location. Much more controlled. It also allows me to ride turbulence and get in a bit closer using slipstream, which is essentially drafting behind the opponent.
Yeah, kind of works. I don't know if you ever played like later Mario Karts or Kirby Air Ride, but sort of like if you're right behind the opponent, even if you're far away, if you're right behind their hurt box or whatever, you're gonna gain speed over time, and the opponent can sort of cut you off from slipstream by mixing up their movement a little bit and swerving around, and they can cut you off turbulence. But basically, I mean, slipstream, the longer you're under the effects of slipstream, the faster you're gonna get. It is capped at a specific point, so there's like a max speed you can benefit off of, but it is pretty large. You can get some crazy speeds combining boost chaining with slipstream. So
Yeah. Here, but I just want to pause real quick, Protag. I'm starting to notice a little bit of static on my end from your mic. I don't know if stream has been picking up on that. Yeah, here. Give me a quick sound test. From your mic. I don't know if stream has been picking up on that.
it is I,
Give me a quick sound test.
EBST123.
Let's see.
It is I, EBST123. Oh yeah, I do see a little bit.
Just a little. I didn't hear too much in stream.
Oh, maybe it's not that bad on stream.
Yeah, maybe it's just on mine. That's fine then. That's tolerable. I haven't seen chat complaining about it too much, so I think we're okay.
Gotcha.
So let's see. So yeah, boost chaining. Yeah, it's obviously, as Protect said, the L cancel, or how else did you describe it in melee terms?
The wave dash.
The wave dash, of course. Yeah. It's the sauce move, if you will. But I suppose if there are a couple of variations of this you can do. There's boost chaining. There's jump cancel boost chain, which is abbreviated JCBC. And there's one you don't use too often, which is called JCBC DPC, or jump cancel boost chain dash pad cancel. Do you think Metal would be a good one to demo all of those in?
Actually, there's no real like dash panels in there. Hold on, let's see.
I mean, there's kind of some after the what was it? The
Quicksand Ruins is the best example because there's dash panels right there. Yeah. So.
Yeah, funny monkey.
It's a pretty advanced mechanic, but
getting into the advanced.
First, we have to explain. Since we know what a boost chain is now, you can start combining other buttons and techniques that go with it.
Pay attention to Protag's screen here. I'm just gonna let him show you.
Yeah, the JCBC.
So if you notice that he held his jump, and he was able to boost multiple times. If you like tap drift too, you can gain a little bit of extra speed as well. The advantage of that, you use a lot of air, but you can catch up pretty fast and get close to dash pads faster. But you don't want to consume too much air.
Yeah, so the JCBC is like a burst option if you need to usually finish off the race or right before a QTE, where you're about to get your air back, or maybe into a pit or something like that. You can sort of like
right before ramp 2.
It'll let you get like an amazing amount of burst speed off of a ramp. Let's say you want to make a jump, it'll let you get a crazy amount of speed, like very, very fast. The problem with it is that since you are jumping, since it involves jumping, it'll make you jump and boost all of your speed. It also uses a ridiculous amount of air. So there have been ways to sort of try and like mitigate the usage of it, or mitigate the jump aspect, so you can still JCBC, but also like retain that speed that you got. So yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But That's where the DPC comes in. So basically, you JCBC into dash panels, and dash panels for about, I think it's 10 frames, they lock your controls. They lock your ability to do certain things like jump. So if you JCBC into a dash panel, it'll take it. You'll JCBC, you'll get that extra speed, but you'll keep the boost and you won't have to jump.
Yeah, and then the
So
reason.
anything that
Go ahead.
yeah, anything that like is able to cancel your jump, like bonking into a wall. See, I kept my boost there. Anything like that, it's called we usually call that a bonk cancel, bonk dash, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, generally anything that can good players are going to be using these techniques when they want to retain that JCBC, the jump cancel boost chain speed, but they're not able to because they're forced to jump. So that's sort of like a way to get around it. It's a technique. It's a technique that allows you to circumvent the weaknesses of another technique. So it's kind of interesting that way.
Essentially. And so for some newer players, the reason that JCBC and JCBC DPC are significant is that boost chaining, like you said, it's a burst option. So when he boost chains, he can get insane speed. Even at level 1, he can sometimes get speeds close up to 300, which can really catch you up. But again, you're holding boost in order to spam, you're holding jump in order to spam boost, so you lose a lot of air, which is a disadvantage. But again, it's like you get the speed. The problem is when you have all that extra speed, you still have to jump at the end of it because jump will trigger. But like you saw there, see, if he goes into a dash pad and releases jump like essentially right as or the frame immediately after he hits the dash pad, he'll keep his boost state as noticed by the effect, the red effect around Knuckles with the boost frames there. The reason that's significant is because you can keep your speed, like he did it right there. You can keep your speed going into dash pads, and you won't have to jump to cancel your speed. You'll essentially keep that speed. And bonus, if your opponent's nearby, you keep your attack state on. So if you have that extra speed, you'll be able to get an attack off. And as you know, as you've probably been seeing, attacks can net you air gain, as in stealing air from your opponent. So that can be pretty significant. So here, I guess we'll try to demonstrate some advanced tech. Restart the race here. I'll join you. Do the best I can. I don't have as much experience with air gear. Sand Ruins is a big typing shortcut heavy stage. Ooh, he screamed at me.
The dash tag.
The dash tag.
There you go.
Got Catch Me If You Can playing. Good song, good song. It's another good thing about Tournament Edition, if you guys have noticed. You probably noticed, for those of you who are classic Sonic Riders fans, that a lot of the we have the standard songs here. We also have some different songs. That's why for Tournament Edition, the dev team has actually implemented a lot of different songs from various Sonic games and from other various forms of Sega media to give us a more robust and full experience when playing the game. So we won't have to listen to the same song on repeat. There is a possibility to do ramp skip, of course, in Sand Ruins. We haven't talked about ramp skips yet.
Yeah, so probably saw earlier. I accidentally did one in Metal City. You don't want to skip ramps because they give you air, and they usually lead to bottomless pits. But in certain rare instances, you can skip the ramp and go to a lower part of the stage via jumping over it. And yeah, that's pretty powerful shortcut in certain scenarios where the trick would slow you down, like with a lot of ring gears, because ring gears don't need to do tricks. They don't.
I didn't quite get it.
Unless it's the crazy. It doesn't get like rings while doing tricks. So most ring gears want to perform as many ramp skips.
I'm good at the game. I did an accidental ramp. You don't want to skip that ramp because you can't actually get over. That's unfortunate. In net play and Dolphin, where we're playing right now, you're going to be experiencing some stutters, unfortunately.
Here and there, depends on the connection.
True. Mad respect for you guys putting in "Catch Me If You Can" in a stage, because definitely a good song. I use this one a lot during speedruns. But yeah, covered ramp skips. We've covered the all-important boost chaining in JCBC and all that. We've covered a lot of the basic techniques, I think. I guess chat, let us know if there's any more techniques that you have been curious about that you'd like to know. I guess the only thing left to discuss is type chaining. We probably could have shown you in Sand, but let's go to digital because there's a pretty good example of it there that I know. Be picking up my main this time. Because Supersonic has the advantage of being able to have all three types. Also, you're going to see a pretty interesting skip in the beginning here.
Yes.
Something you definitely want to do in tournament. Take this ramp wide, 180 turn, and off you go. Now, I did the skip. Protect did the standard version of the skip, which allows you to drift slightly at a 90-degree angle and jump. It's slightly faster. I just feel more comfortable using Supersonic to do the skip. So, of course, Supersonic has all three types. Notice how I did power there. I'm in the game, by the way. I did power there, and I was able to jump to the speed rail. It's kind of type chaining, I guess. With Fly, you have an advantage on this course because you can skip the ramp there, which you definitely want to do because Fly can give air characters air, and with Supersonic, you lose no rings. So he pulled that off. He's getting closer. He's right behind me now, and Supersonic requires... Oh no, he missed it, big rip. If your input's only slightly off, you can miss that. So an example of type chaining is basically going from one type, such as power, to another type shortcut, which in this case would be fly. So let's try to demonstrate that, like save some time. So I go on the power route, jump over here, go through the fly ring. Didn't do it ideally that time, but yeah, if you go power to fly, you can save some time from taking the fly ramp and perform the ramp skip right there. So that's good for saving time. I think it was Baker that found that one, if I'm not mistaken. Although I'm not positive. Oh, no. Okay, pulled that off there.
It's a pretty old skip, so...
Yeah. Could be wrong.
Baker wants you to... Oh, Baker's in chat. He wants you to show off Green Cave type training.
Oh, yes, absolutely. That is a good call, Baker. I will do that. That was actually something I was going to do next. You're talking about power to speed rail skip, correct?
Yeah.
Baker P, fellow Supersonic main, actually won the last tournament. I think it was the most recent one. It might have been the one before. Forget it. Other ones.
You know, I got you.
Yeah.
Let me hop on SS. Yeah, I'll show it in full screen.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so type chaining is usually not practical in this game, generally on most of the stages across the board, because what happens is most stages are designed with all the shortcuts being presented to you at the same time, and then all characters, all different types are supposed to take them at the same time. But sometimes, certain stages, you have type shortcuts that are one after another, kind of like this stage right here. Oh, I suck.
He almost had it, but yeah. See, what you're doing is speed type shortcut comes first, and then the power type shortcut comes after that. But the thing is, the second rail is slightly faster, so what you can do is hop on the rail here, what you're supposed to do is hop on the rail and then jump from it. Now this is a technique where you need to actually hold down the R button in order to keep your momentum going off of the rail.
Yeah, you need to momentum jump.
And that's how you do it, speed to power.
And then right here, you're about to go into the fly ramp. Just like that, you've taken all 3 type shortcuts due to being supersonic. And then it doesn't end here. You can go off the speed rail right at the end here, or the fly. It really just depends on what you fancy. They're about just as fast. They're about the same speed.
Yeah, pretty much the same. The only advantage that I've noticed that speed has in that situation is you can pretty much hold down your jump coming off of the rail and do what's called a recipro extend. Oh, we haven't gone over yet. In order to charge your jump a little more ahead of time and prepare better for the ramp. As we're fly, you either lose speed from dropping, or you would not be able to charge enough in time. A recipro extend is basically when you, the second that you exit a rail when you're still in midair, or if you're in turbulence, if you hold down the jump button. See, he did fly right there. He knows how he slowed down a little more before the ramp. Oh, and see, he missed top hat there, so it's a little trickier with fly. But a recipro extend, if you're in the air coming off of a rail, or you're on turbulence approaching a jump, hold down the A button and you'll charge your jump faster. That way, if you're thinking, oh shoot, I'm close to this ramp and I actually cannot charge my jump in time, you're fine, because if you're on turbulence or there's a rail, you can charge your jump a bit more, and it'll charge faster as a result of being on turbulence or rail, and then you'll be able to get that max height jump. We can probably demo that for you next. I suppose the last technique, which doesn't have as much practicality but it just looks cool, would be the recipro camera, which we lovingly refer to as the dash tag, since I think it was Protag who found it.
Can we show off dash tagging?
Yeah, man, do it.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
So this is, yeah, go ahead.
It's pretty mega advanced technique that combines everything you just saw about boost chaining together. So it kind of works like normally when you charge your jump, your boost duration immediately gets canceled and you stop boosting. However, if you start a drift before, you'll see that the boost keeps on going.
Yeah, see, he had boost frames as he was drifting. He boosted, he was holding drift, and he was charging jump. And he kept his boost there. This confuses the camera, as you'll see.
Well, yeah, but that's just the
And that was it. That is the dash tag. To which we all instinctively respond, yo, dash tag?
Yeah. So this is another, I guess, exploit of the game's mechanics, and you can do cool stuff like this.
Now, is it practical? No, but it looks fucking cool. Like, what do you want, man? It just looks cool.
Yeah, it has a little bit of practicality on gears that have retained, like they don't lose their top speed when they're charging jump. And you'll see here, when you can JCBC and use a dash tag to retain that speed, kind of like how we talked about getting around the jump problem from JCBCing. You can sort of JCBC up this wall at boost speed, as you can see. I went right up that incline and I didn't lose any of my. I lost my boost chain speed, but I was going up the hill at my boost speed, which is kind of incredible when you think about it. This is because normally when you boost, when you're holding jump, you lose your speed. But when you're drifting, you lose a little bit less speed. And then when you're able to stay in your boost duration like this, you lose even less speed. So they have two forces that are fighting against the lost speed of jump charge. Just like that. You do some incredible things like that. The only problem is it takes a lot of air, and you only want to do it if you're, if you have a lot of air to spare. Air to spare. That's
Air
what you
to
need.
spare.
That's what this game's all about. It's about using every little bit of air possible.
JCBC into the go.
Just like that. That's the dash tag.
Yes, indeed.
Has a couple of more uses. For example, you can approach a ramp in attack state. This allows you to deter an opponent. If you're playing on Legend, it's really good because you can get to top path since you have max trick charge on Legend at all times, and you can ruin your opponent's charge.
Indeed.
Sort of threaten ramps like that.
Oh my god, dash tag on the manual ramp? Who is this guy?
Yeah.
This is insane.
That's a bonk dash
The
right
bonk
there.
dash. Maintains his charge jump. Insane.
Dude, that's a successful bonk dash. Yeah, okay, so we'll demonstrate it here.
Yo, he got to 300 speed. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
crazy,
Kinda
dude.
Crazy.
Clip that, bro. Oh my god. Ooh! Dang it, Protag. Stop showing off. And by that I mean please don't. But yeah, that's
Alright, here
he went to the oh my god, dude.
there
Crazy.
we go. Yeah, this is a really cool technique.
But yeah, I suppose the practicality behind the dash tag relies specifically in the fact that if you JCBC up to a ramp, which does have some practicality, it's like, you stay in boost state, also you look cooler. So yeah.
Yeah, so this is really far into the future of like a new player's career. Like you don't really want to, start out by boost chaining and dash tagging necessarily. You want to get comfortable with the general movement and become consistent with that.
Indeed.
Yeah, so that's how you want to start off. You just want to start playing what's good, playing what's meta, learning how to player interact. Those things are much more important as a baseline, but yeah, once you start learning everything and you start like developing into your own style and stuff like that, like this is basically what I came up with. Like I do these techniques that make the character look cool, and I think that's really awesome. I think it makes me like unique, I guess, as a player, and a lot of people seem to feel that way. They develop these play styles and these specific little things that they do. And it makes everyone unique who plays this game. It makes them look different and have different sort of strengths and weaknesses. And mine is specifically usually that I'm pretty reckless for the sake of styling on my opponent. That's what I do. But someone might be might have a little bit of a different philosophy on how they play the game. And that's what's cool about Sonic Riders is that you have that sort of expression of play.
Yeah, it's honestly always cool to see because we have all that variation. And to be honest with you, for someone like me who played the game vanilla game, like when it came out in 2006, I said one day this is going to be competitive, and what do you know? Years later, here we are, and but seeing some of these these kind of advanced techniques, I'm like, I don't know about boost chaining, man. What's so good about that? And then it's like level 1, 230 speed, level 2, 250 speed, level 3, close to speed 300 speed. I'm like, okay, that definitely matters. All right then, I have been enlightened. Let's learn boost chaining.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
He's a little cool BM.
oh yo, oh my god, bro. He almost pulled off an insane. So, what he was trying to do was, I think, go for the. Wait, were you going for the back half of the course?
No. I did exactly what I wanted to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was just styling to try and go for the. Yeah. See, a BM tactic is see, he went backwards on the course and he looped back around. This is if you're far ahead and you really want to just style on your opponent, and you're just having fun. Don't.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll show you another one.
Yeah. Don't
This
fly.
one is coming up near the end of the track. But
Don't fly too close to the sun though, because sometimes if you end up messing up in buffer, it can end up costing you the race. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, of course. Oh.
oh, whoopsies.
Okay. All right. Oh. Yo, okay. I think I remember that one. You clipped that one once.
You hop in the power.
That was one of the first ones I think I remember you showing us.
Since these aren't skips per se, though they do skip large portions of the track, they make you go backwards. These are actually legal to use in tournament. So if you happen to just body someone into submission, you can basically assert your dominance by using some of these techniques. And
Indeed.
there's stuff like this on on a lot of the stages, you know. So
Indeed,
just have fun.
yeah.
That's just what I like to do, you know. I like being a little bit disrespectful in my play. I like making the commentators in the chat pop off. So that's just me. Some players, you know, we're gonna be more respectful. That's all right. If you know, you do you. That's fine. But no.
But yeah, I would. Bunny here in the chat brought up a good point, saying anyone use the fly skip in Splash Canyon. I think once you essentially get a lot of these techniques down, and now you can get into the fun part of play to refine it even more, which is utilizing the skips. So we'll actually playing a match here. I'm gonna show you guys a couple of skips myself, but we'll try and show you some high-level play and a couple of legal skips that we know. These are legal to use in the tournament. I usually go for like the tournament legal category and speed runs, but Protag will later on show you some of the open skips, the super advanced stuff. That was a bad hitbox shift. See, now both of us skipped the ramp. That's very helpful. Okay. Okay, this is going to be a little bit tricky. Oh. That's the one he was talking about, the fly skip. Enables you to get here faster. Ooh, good avoidance. I jumped early, I'm sad. Oh, but he missed ramp skip too. See, sometimes you just scare you, like he scared me by getting close there. So sometimes you get your opponent a little bit jittery. I gotta go! We gotta go, bro! Oh, GG. That's it. I went for all the marbles right there, dude. See, and that was very smart because being at level 3, he could tornado the fly path, and given that I was going for the AoE attack to kind of mess him up, which frankly was not the best idea because if he got on the fly path, it wouldn't really have mattered. But hitting me with the tornado there pretty much denies me the fly path, denies me the skip, and then I have to go around. That pretty much seals the deal, gets him the race right there. But yeah, as you saw, I pulled off early on the grind rail to early top path skip. It's a little bit faster, gives me a slight advantage, gets me ramp skip sooner. Ramp skip is you simply jump over the ramp like a little bit earlier on. Fly skip is pretty easy to do because you just go through. The easiest way to do it is go through the second ring, and as soon as you are about to hit the second ring, you pull hard left. Don't push down because then you'll start dropping. And a lot of new players make this mistake on fly ramp. Most ramps you have to jump. Fly ramp is automatic. Do not jump on fly ramp. It will automatically put you into fly state right off the bat. But yeah, so this of course shows a good example of a lot of skips that are pretty advanced, but are still tournament legal that are relatively easy once you get them down. Protag, do you want to demonstrate some open skips that are like insanely difficult to do, if you wish?
Not really the best at skips, but I could try my hand at some.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, playing Cannonball. There is a legal skip in Egg Factory you can do called Volcanic Dip. It's essentially as soon as you go off of the, I think the second ramp, you just drift slightly and you can go skip the bottom and top path and go directly to the. See, now that one's not legal for multiple reasons. I see what he was going for. He was going to skip the ramp, but that is both skipping more than 5 seconds, I believe, and it's... Well, actually, no, it's not more than 5 seconds. What he did there is Volcanic Dip. That's legal. You're allowed to do that. But Cannonball has insane turning ability. I think even more so than Vanilla this time. So he can do stuff like that. Oh!
Whoa. Yeah, I definitely messed it up.
Oh,
I think
you actually broke the game, Protag. Oh, what? Hello? Hello?
Okay.
Do you want to quit out?
I can help.
What? 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 What is happening?
Problem. I can't stop turning. My God, I'm in the dimension.
He got sent to the Doge dimension, bro. What? Somebody clip this. What's happening? Should we? Yeah. Okay. Or is it? Are we good now?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yo, a thing came up on the screen that said invalid right, and the game just broke. You skipped so much it didn't like it. But anyway, yeah. This is why a lot of people don't use Cannonball in bracket, because Cannonball, with its insane turning ability, as you can see, can pull off a lot of illegal skips.
Well, I mean, people don't really use it in bracket because it's difficult to make work in an online setting.
So he's gonna go.
But yeah, it does have a lot of. Yeah, this is what.
That's
what
insane. All right, so he skipped right to the QTE there. Again, that's Cannonball specific, and that's more than 5 seconds. So the criteria for legal skips are, illegal skips is that if it skips more than 5 seconds, if it's gear specific, there's no way you're allowed to do that. If it's more than 5 seconds, gear specific, it's blocked by undodgeable tornadoes in a way that your opponents can't follow. That's pretty much your criteria. So as long as it stays within those parameters, you're pretty much good on it being a legal skip. One that's a bit confusing was there was one called Green Cave Spiral Skip. There's a death plane there, so that illegal. Actually, that's a legal skip, I think, because it's less than 5 seconds and you can pull it off with fly. But it's hard to do. But yeah, Green Cave Spiral Skip used to be legal, but it was discovered that it can be blocked with level 3 tornado, so now it's no longer legal. It was an interesting skip, but we discovered that, so... there he goes, now we got it. There's one that's like... Oh, that was insane. There's one that's,
Oh, whoa. Oopsies.
Protag, don't do it again! Don't break the game again!
Oopsie daisy.
Oh, hello. Oh, he's going backwards.
Spoosh.
Yes. Let's go, bro. Instinctively. Oh! Let's go!
That's another skip.
Is that Cannonball specific?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it doesn't look like... I don't think he could pull off another gear. But yeah, notice, of course, how he instinctively tornadoed the QTE. That's a player interaction thing, because going into the quick time event, if you get, like, it's pretty much a guaranteed hit by the tornado. Slows you down a bit more. Oh, you're going to demonstrate Spiral Skip?
Bring it on.
Yeah.
All right. So here's one that's like, you would think that this would be legal, but it can be blocked by level 3 tornado, so that's why it's not anymore. So you just get a low jump, you drift over, and then there you go. You just skip the entire spiral. Now, since the area in which to enter that skippable area, that one's also illegal, because it skips more than 5 seconds. But yeah, it's basically skip right to QTE right there. But
You
yes,
basically have these rules in place so that like races are more interesting in tournament, and the players have to, because when you're allowing skips that skip incredibly large portions of the track, and you allow them all at the same time, a lot of the game is not being played, I guess, and a lot of like the beauty of the game is like the player interaction and stuff like that. But when you're like flying through the air and stuff, so we created these rule sets, like you can't do this strategy, or you can't do this skip, or you can't do that. Not specifically to like be annoying, but to sort of like maintain a competitive integrity, I guess, to make the game interesting. Similar to a lot of other games, you know, not too long ago the Melee community banned wobbling, because even though it wasn't like an over-centralizing strategy, it was an incredibly like degenerate one. So they decided that, you know, it would make the game a lot better if like the ice climbers weren't allowed to wobble, and they were forced to do like those crazy handoffs that you see in those YouTube compilations. And yeah, we basically hold a similar mindset where it's like, you know, we want you to do skips that are harder to do, like this one.
yeah, that one's legal actually. That's a vine skip. So players that normally couldn't get to that advantageous higher QTE for the fly route, you can get to it using. He just went for suicide rail. Let's go. Oh, and just getting onto the web, but yeah, that's pretty advanced to do. It's called suicide rail, ladies and gentlemen, because, well, you pretty much have a death wish if you try to pull that off, because it's very hard to hit that rail and get the shortcut. Not super practical, because it's not as fast, but definitely cool.
It was right next to what's it called? It's right next to the kill corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you doing, Protag? Wait, what are you doing? Wait.
I think I might need level 2. Maybe I could JCBC there. Hold on, let's see.
Oh, are you trying to get your, so not necessarily the most practical spiral skip, but I think he's trying to skip like the entire first section of this, because he's like trying to trigger where a specific death plane comes into play. So he's trying to get right to the area with the fly ramp, because there's specific death planes, and that again would be an illegal skip. I think he got it there. No? Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably a little bit lower down.
I think you literally have to be a level 2 or higher, but
That's pretty good.
oh, I almost got it that time.
Yeah. So he needs to go a little bit further in order to trigger it. See, because like the bottom path specifically doesn't load in.
There you go.
Yo!
Got
Okay.
it. Just needed 2 JCBCs.
Nice.
There we are. Nice,
Clean. I say clean as even though it took a couple of attempts, but that's really cool. Something that I've been interested to see you pull off and stream if we could after this is I think there was a skip that you found on Skyroad that is really difficult to pull off with Accelerator called Chaos Rift.
Oh, there's plenty of skips on it. Skyroad is broken, bro.
Yeah, it really is. It really is, though.
But the one with Accelerator can be done on like a couple of different gears. I'm pretty sure you can do it on default. I'm actually gonna do it on Blue Star.
Blue Star 2 being advantageous, of course, because it has good boost chain ability. Good for beginners as well. Yeah, base gear is good, Blue Star 2 is good, Legend is good, and of course Turbo Star is good for beginners. But don't play Turbo Star, man. Don't play Turbo Star. probably gonna get up to level 3 here.
Skip is fairly difficult, but almost.
So, and now since that one skips, I believe more than 5 seconds, or maybe it's the NATO that makes it illegal. He's like trying to skip this entire turn to get all the way over there. Do you have to trigger the death barrier?
No.
All right. Oh, and that's another thing, ladies and gentlemen, for who is interested in like newer, for newer players who are interested. Another criteria is that if you have to die in order to pull off the skip, that also makes it illegal. Oh, let's go, bro. Oh, I see that sequence break. It didn't trigger the missiles that hit the ramp to give you the speed path. But yeah. Oh, you can ramp skip there?
Damn, I did that first try.
Often, I didn't know about that one. That's a new one.
Here's another skip.
Oh wait, I think I know what he's gonna do. Oh, okay. Turn to rail. All right. It's pretty
Yeah,
standard.
they did it pretty sloppily, but you get the idea.
There's a couple of easier skips. I think he'll do this one, which is like if you boost off of this ramp here. It's still not. What? Oh, it's there. It's invisible. Oh, let's go. But yeah,
Yeah, it's there.
if you boost off of the ramp, you can just tap A. Oh, he's going for the power path for memes. Hello? Oh, interesting. How about that? But yeah, if you boost off speed path and then just tap A once, because the thing is you have to double tap to get on rails, but if you tap A while you're in the air and a rail's below you, you're good to go. Yo, dash tag?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. He did the thing.
There you go.
Dash tag in the chat? What? Okay, fly ramp. Jumping on power path there. I think that one's legal because it's not that bad, but it's not as practical.
Cool guys land over here.
Yes, sir. You'll also notice that the upper path on Skyroad is gone in this version. That's because it was determined that Turbulence was anti-competitive. The Turbulence path was just too overpowering, so they chose to eliminate it to make it more interesting. Allow longer play on this course. But yeah, you can skip there too. That's another...
If I had better boost speed.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, accelerator or cannonball on this course though, forget it.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they're meta in this patch though, due to the crazy being as good as it is.
Oh yeah. Oh, I meant with open skips, of course, but like, yeah, no, with tournament legal skips, what you can do in tournament, yeah, crazy is definitely the play on Skyroad. Just play Shadow Crazy. That's what you do. But yeah, I guess the last thing regarding the game we should talk about is probably specific changes made to gears, such as Turbo Star or Gambler, Opa Opa. Just some gears that you like. What gear do you think you're like most proud of with like the changes you made in you guys made in 1.3?
That's a good question. Let's see.
Axel, what is dash tag? Dash tag is an advanced technique that combines a lot of the advanced techniques, where you basically boost towards a ramp. While your boost is active, you hold drift, and then you hold down the A button while all of those are held to be charging jump. And then when you go off the jump ramp, it will essentially give you this thing called a recipro camera, which is like a more cinematic camera angle. It's closer to your character, and we demonstrated the practicalities of that earlier in the stream.
Yeah, like these sets of gears right here, like Magic Carpet, Air Broom, Hovercraft, Faster. I think we did a pretty good job on those.
Yeah. Oh, you love to play Carpet, actually. Carpet has a lot of stuff on it that's interesting. Because Legend effect is put on it, and also Berserker effect, which means it has constant um, attack hitbox, and it also Legend effect. See, Legend in standard game, you don't even have to charge jump at the ramp. It just automatically gives you max height jump. Advantage S and Carpet also have this effect. That's why there's a little meme in the community, a role called Legend Charger. If we see you charging on Legend, then you're like, oh, he's charging at the jump. He doesn't know. He doesn't have to charge that. So it's just a little joke. Playing advantage F. So what was the advantage with advantage? Oh, is it gain speed from bonks in this patch?
Yeah. This was pretty odd idea I had, but I thought it was interesting how Riders doesn't really give you like a speed penalty for like bunking on walls too much. Like a lot of other racing games, it's sort of a death cell, like you have to like bonk against the wall in order to like you would sort of like ricochet like that.
Yeah, it's like some of the ideas are like rather interesting with some of the gear having like some really ideas that just make you go like, whoa, that's really cool. Like such as the level 4 idea, the overdrive, which turns your trail white at 90 rings and gives you extra boost speed. And does it give you extra boost frames too? I don't know.
No.
All right, I'm misremembering that. But yeah, and then there's ideas like this where it's like, you can still do some amazing stuff, but it's a little harder to pull off. But you play it for the memes, like it's like, can you pull this off?
Yeah, I would say ultimately, in retrospect, this patch, probably gonna remove Advantage F. That was like one of the plans I had. I think this gear a little bit. It's not really how I envisioned it to be. I thought of an idea and it didn't pan out when I put it down. It's pretty fun though. It's pretty fun, but it's just not too viable. And if we were to buff it too much, it would become like really powerful on like Egg Factory or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah, because Egg Factory had
I think
a
it's
lot
better.
of narrow corridors.
Yeah. So as we develop and are able to test like these ideas, we're able to expand and improve upon them. So I'm thinking, like for next patch, instead of a gear that's designed around blocking on walls, we just give certain gears the ability to either not lose speed while bonking on walls or gain speed while bonking on walls, like a little bit, as sort of like a compensation for a weakness that they have. Like an extra ability, make them a little bit more variety, give them more traits that are different instead of a whole gear that's designed around this quirk, this gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be better that way, because once in a while it'll be like, oh, I can ricochet off this wall, because I was thinking maybe like Speed Balancer. The Speed Balancer has trouble turning, and its drift cost is really high, but it's fast. So if you were able to sort of align yourself using the normal turning and ricochet off of a couple of walls, save yourself that little bit of air instead of drifting, I think that would be a very complementary. It would be very like kinetic to the gear's design and playstyle. Just like a spitball and just an example of the type of evolution of designing Tournament Edition.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and actually, yeah, there were actually a couple questions I wanted to like ask you about your edition. So, I mean, I think you got your start kind of as what was it, like a competitive melee player?
Yeah, I started out as played Smash 4 and Melee.
Cool. At what point did you realize that Sonic Riders had like the potential to become competitive? Like, when did you really think that you could genuinely do something with it?
It's a good question. That's a really good question. I would say my friend Mikey Mike and his brother. His brother, you might know him as Thanos Car. Actually, they used to come over a lot.
Oh, nice.
After like Smash tournaments or maybe during like a practice, and we started playing some other games and just like just for fun. But we were always like you know, after like the Smash grind, we kind of got like competitive in other games, and you know, I realized how much better Thanos and Mikey were at Riders, and you know, I started like learning the games for realsies, I guess, and then I realized, wow, like this is really competitive. Like I kind of saw something in my mind, you know, I saw a vision of Sonic Riders, you know, and how much of like a misunderstood like game, a lot of like misunderstood like perception a lot of the Sonic games are, and especially this game in particular, because I legitimately believe that like this game is a lot better than people give it credit for, even the base vanilla game.
Amen to
And
that.
I sort of had this vision of my mind of the game being seen at Evo, and then once I had that picture, I was, you know, I was just dumb and vicious kid. You know, I was like, I could do this. Like, so I would change the world's perception of Sonic Riders through making videos about it, and you know, showing how competitively in depth it is, um, and making a community for it. Sort of trying to like, you know, perform CPR in the game, like, you know, reviving as much life into it as possible, and bringing a lot of people together that would, you know, want to help in my journey, want to make my dream come true, I guess. And yeah, then it just kind of evolved, and it grew from there into something that was just, you know, let's make. It was always this server was always a place for, you know, just playing Riders with my boys.
Mhm.
But you know, there was always this, you know, this picture in my head of, you know, this is gonna be big. If, you know, if I put my mind to it, I can bring people together and I can change people's opinion, I guess. I like, cause, you know, I think thought it was possible. I didn't imagine, oh, this is gonna be like tournament edition. I didn't really imagine that at the beginning,
Mhm.
but I just thought we're gonna have tournaments for this game, and we're gonna, you know, we're gonna foster a competitive community. That's the thing we that I was telling to Mikey about. Um, but there were other considerations too. There were a lot of other GameCube games that I was thinking about
Yeah.
that could be competitive. You know, I don't know, Star Fox Assault. You know, the
Mhm.
multiplayer is kind of hyping. But you know, there could be tournaments for that game, or Sonic the Fighters is a really underrated
True.
virtual fighter featuring Sonic characters, or you know, Sonic R. Yes, a lot of other, you know, Custom Robo. That's another one.
Mhm.
So I was looking at a lot of other games to like bring under my wing, but I ultimately decided Sonic Riders is the one that has the most potential, and I think I ended up being right.
I
You
mean,
know,
I can certainly vouch for that. Like, to be honest with you, as a longtime Sonic fan, and especially a huge fan of Sonic Riders, it's like my vision
Yeah.
from playing the game initially, as I said, was like, man, someday there's gonna be tournaments for this, and next thing you know, it's like I came in pretty late into the community, and I think like 2019, 2020 or something. But you know, once I saw a lot of the videos you guys put together on the Riders Boulevard YouTube channel, I said, oh, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for. So honestly, like, just seeing this competitive community evolve, the fact that there are like tournaments broadcast for this. By the way, yeah, feel free to put a link for your channel in my chat if you wish. But yeah, just to let you guys know, your destination for the for most, if not all, of the tournaments that are hosted competitively are hosted on the Real Protagonist Twitch channel. So feel free to hop in there. But yeah, just this surreal feeling of like Riders is competitive now. What a world we live in. And, you know, I think a lot of us are really grateful that you're able to bring a team together and you know, get everyone to, you know, update the code and the graphics to get it to where it is. Would you say you're like satisfied with so far the like where it is now as a game?
I think 1.3 is a great patch, and I think the next patch is going to be even better
Regarding
in
next
terms of.
patch. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can
No,
say
I
what
was
you
gonna
want to
say
say.
regarding next patch, 1.4, I believe you guys are gonna call it. What is there any hints you can give us? Like, what are you most excited about to reveal to us with 1.4 when that update comes out?
the huge fundamental changes to characters. Characters are gonna feel they're all see right now it's more so like archetypes feel different. So archetypes are like, top speed, early boost, late boost, things like that.
Actually, that's
Each
another thing.
individual yeah,
Y-
so
Yeah, sorry, no. We actually that was the one thing I think we didn't go over in the tutorial, given that this is Tournament Edition. You can finish answering the question first, but I think after this we should go over, and you'd probably be best to explain this, the archetypes and what they each do, um, for like in game, because that was added as a result of Tournament Edition. I forgot about that one.
well, there were archetypes in vanilla, but they weren't really closely followed. A lot of the characters were kind of, you know, negligently different. Like they were pretty much clones of each other.
Hmm.
But in Tournament Edition, slowly but surely, we've been changing things like each character has different boost duration, each character has different top speed, each character has different, drift boost speed and things of that nature. And characters feel different now, but they are identical to their archetypes. What we're adding in 1.4 is a little bit more variety. So instead of early boosters and late boosters and drift boosters feeling like different, it's more so each individual character is going to feel different. Each individual character is going to have their strengths and weaknesses. The archetypes aren't, the archetypes aren't like going away. Characters are still going to be in archetypes, but there's going to be things that are, slightly different about each individual character, so that there's a little bit of a different feel to every character, and they have a little, different quirks. And I think it's going to be a welcome change. It's going to be a little bit difficult getting used to, since for returning players, because most people have been, playing, like most people who have been competing in tournaments, like they like the characters feeling the same. Like ironically, they like all the characters being able to like just switch characters, kind of being a little bit like a skin.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it is a worthy sacrifice to make every character feel unique and different than to make every character, I could play with it.
Oh.
But yeah.
Oops, sorry there, you cut out for a second. You there? Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh yeah, no, sorry, it just delayed for a moment. Not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, I would definitely say I agree with both sides of that argument. It's like, yeah, it's fun to have characters playing similarly, but I also, it's, and we've noticed it over the years. I mean, heck, even with SA2, like, Sonic and Shadow play very similarly, so it's good to have like characters have like this uniqueness to them. It allows for, I think the term you commonly use is competitive expression.
yeah, player expression, skill expression, competitive, I guess, like character diversity. So there's balance. There's balance in characters feeling the same, but that's because they'll all produce a similar result. I think true balance, good balance, is being able to offer a wide variety of utility and skill sets in units in a game, and the game also being balanced. I think that's true good balance. That's how I feel about it. Keeping everything the same, or not, not deviating too much as a balancing mechanism is a coward's way to balance. That's how I feel. That's my personal opinion. I look at games like, like the Smash games. I don't know if you've ever seen like any videos like like sort of going into how different each top tier in Melee is, but each top tier in Melee is such a different character, and they want so many different things, and they're so intricate. And meanwhile, you could play all 8 of them and be very successful. Sure, there's like 26 characters, but it's more so like the value of the balance is why the game is so good.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And from a personal perspective, see, I do like getting a little bit competitive in Smash, but I never like genuinely got into like the competitive Smash scene nearly as much as like the idea of fighting games are fun, but I'm like, I wish there were like more racing games to be able to capitalize on in the competitive scene. And frankly, there weren't a lot. So like seeing riders jump into that is really cool. I guess as we're here, would you like to give a shout out to any of your team who you really like to thank? Because you gave a shout out to Thanos and Mikey Mike. Is there anyone else you'd like to give a shout out to? Just like we wouldn't be here without you. That really like helped push this project forward.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would say when it comes to next patch, me and Nexo are hard at working, Exertile, we're hard at working on the next patch. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people helping me keep the community alive, like Jen, and even people like Chubbs and Oakley, Zephyros. I don't exactly want to like divulge too much what they're doing, but they are doing some really exciting things behind the scenes, and I think everybody is going to be really happy with what they've come up with, and how great what we're working on is really great.
Yeah, man, definitely excited to see what you guys have in store for the future, because we love what you have brought to the table so far, and just thank you guys for arranging like this competitive experience, being able to host tourneys, because it's and with just even being a content creator, it's not easy to come out here like every day and do what you gotta do, but like just it's a welcome scene for a lot of people, that especially in like this massive Sonic game drought that we've had lately. It's great to have regular tournaments like this. It's a welcome scene for sure.
Yeah.
In original patch, Carpet had Fly, but now it's been changed up a bit. You guys can probably see here.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of everything, I guess.
Legend effect, automatic max height jump. Fun fact: if you hold A, you won't actually lose air on the Knight's Path, and you can stay at your intended 200 speed there. It locks you at 200. I'm so glad that like fast momentum jumps off of rails are a thing now, because the thing is with when you go on rail, this jump used to be really obnoxious, but now you have momentum jump and you don't fail it like half the time. When I think about it, not that 100 ring box, yeah, 100 rings and 100 air boxes are now gone because they're anti-competitive in the tournament edition. But my thing is like, when I see that 100 ring box, like, were you really supposed to jump over stuff to get it? I was like, how did they intend for you to actually, what path do they intend for you to follow in vanilla to get that one? That one, never really knew. Oh, that was crazy. Skip the dash pads there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's another example of a legal skip right there. You can kind of just jump over there on the choo-choo rocket area. And then that gets you to the goal faster. Oop! Ramp skip.
Oopsies.
But yeah, we keep saying ramp skip, and a lot of you are probably wondering good or bad. But it's like, it honestly depends on what ramp you're trying to skip. If it's intentional, usually good. If it's unintentional, commonly bad. But yeah, could we, Might I demo some SS gameplay on Desert if you don't mind?
For sure.
We could I figure it would be like another competitive match, some more interaction. I was thinking we could do something like Desert. We could do you could demo something with Hang On, and then I was kind of thinking you could show off your super Hang On gameplay in brackets. Here, join me.
Of course, man. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you go?
Desert, my friend. Dark Desert.
Oh, okay.
No way I'm gonna lose.
All right.
Right, bring it on.
I always find it interesting going for the default pick here. It's deceptively simple here. Definitely appreciate the nod to Sonic Rush here.
Behold the power of the chaos element. No way I'm gonna lose.
Will you try to get me to the ramp? Oh! I'm just gonna... One thing that's going to be fixed next patch is, like, if you don't slow down before that ramp there, sometimes it doesn't trigger the collision properly and you'll end up falling to the floor and dying. But Protagonist, Exo, and the rest of the team are working very hard on trying to get that fixed. I'm good at the game.
Oh.
Yep. Oh no! Oh, good one. He read me like a book. I'm gonna trust it. I shouldn't have trusted it. Watch this. Wait. Wait. Do it. Do it. Do it. Please. I'm there.
Didn't make it.
No, bro. I almost had it. Alright, well, I lost this one. Run it back. Yeah, that was pretty much just curtains for me with the tornado read. Oh, good dodge.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, interesting jump to the rail there.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's really good that he did that because he JCBC'd into the QTE. Oh, hello. Reciprocam on the QTE. Hello.
Like,
Don't hit the lip. Good. I almost hit that. Oh man, this is 30. Not looking too good. Not looking too good for me here. Oh, alright.
see if you can dodge this. Get a
Wait,
load of this.
excuse me? Wait a minute. Where was that
Get a load.
hitbox? Was there a second one you
Get a-
put there?
Get a load of that.
Good lord, man. I didn't even see the second one. I'm like, okay, it's just to the right of me, so I'm fine. But apparently not.
Get a load of it.
I did. I really did. Oh, yep, I'm good at the game. Make it. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. What am I doing right now? Why does the B look like an R? I got an R rank. Why don't
Yeah,
we...
Zero, let me know.
Oh, I'm still playing the game. I forgot. Sorry, what'd you say?
Zero's just saying in chat he's gonna send me some like suggestions about like the tournaments.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
You can either send them to me or you can put them in suggestions.
Suggestions section of the server.
Or you can talk to us in VC if you want like a super like open discussion, I guess. It's up to you. I'm down.
Oh wow, look at that! Even triggered in the even triggered in there. But yeah, here, why don't we pick a course that you'd like to play Super Hang On. Might chase. I find this an interesting matchup. So this one, this is you'll see if he gets that level 3 and he goes for the attack, you'll see why it's called a Protag Special. We're essentially going for what are we going for? Sorry, commentary, words. That's weird. I thought. Hello. Oh wow.
Never going to get away.
All right, all right.
You're not going to get away with this.
Are you sure about that?
Let's chill. Let's chill. Nothing we chill.
Yeah.
Just chill out a little bit. Don't worry, I'm coming
Got
to
him.
get you. Oh. What the?
Oh, bottom path, big set.
I can't believe this. Yes, get a load of this.
Oh, looked at the upper screen a
You
bit too
like-
soon there.
You like them apples?
I don't like them. They're sour. I don't want to eat them. Ah, no. He hit me with the thing. No, bro. I'm sad.
Mario.
No, man. He hit me with the BM. I'm sad.
A little bit of an anal evacuation right there.
And that's why Eggman's level 3 attack is the best in the game. At one point I thought, yeah, Knuckles is the best, and then I was like, you forget that Eggman exists, and I'm like, oh my god, you're right. No. No, I know what you want, you get away from me! No! Oh, I triggered the nail too late. Dang it, bro, he got me twice.
Yes.
But anyway, so yeah, that's the Vision Obscure attack. Eggman and Cream both have it. I think Cream just puts a big cheese the chow in your face. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oddly, I don't know why. Oh, did I overwrite the Super Hang On music change with the music pick? Because I thought.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, here, run it back. We'll show them what it does. So here, I'm not pressing anything. Oh, do I have control? No, I don't. So, wait, what? Does player 1 have to be playing it?
yeah.
Oh,
That's
is
what
that?
because you're port 1.
Ah, that's why. Okay, got you. Well, anyway, so what Super Hang On do is, you know, they did change music in base patch, but it's changed to Supersonic Racing in Tournament Edition, and then for Hang On, it's Daytona USA. Hang On's also ring gear now, and you notice that Super Hang On consumes air a bit faster, but it has some insanely good top speed and stuff, as well as a bunch of other stats that improve it. What do you say to finish off? We go to survival mode. Or, oh wait, no. Is that battle stages?
Okay.
So actually, we can go anywhere. Yeah, I actually don't know a lot of the changes that happened in battle mode. I think there were a couple of changes music-wise, but what stuff did you guys change here?
I mean, we mainly just made battle mode like faster.
All right. I have the ultimate life form. What? Yes. Oh, reactive factory.
Witness my true power. All right, bring it on.
Oh, we got comms in this version? Hello? Okay.
Yeah, battle mode's sick.
Kick. Get out of here, monkey. You're only poggers in race mode. Oop, hey buddy. Oop. Guard LP. I'm just kind of vibing right now. Oh, good jump. Oh, okay, that made sense. We bonked.
Yeah, I was thinking about making a couple of small changes here or there, but I think 1.3, a lot was changed in 1.3 for battle mode. Mainly made the mode like a lot faster, and the default timer was changed from 15 to 5 minutes. And I think all we pretty much have to do is host more battle tournaments. I think battle mode is almost ready. I would prefer if we took out the CPUs in battle mode. That would probably be better. I think that would, you know, make things a little bit more like fair, so that there's no like random CPUs attacking players, you know, destroying the outcome, I guess, of the race.
Oh, hello. Try to get me in the pit. Uh-oh. Here come the crows.
So attack.
Ooh, hello. Ooh! What? Hello. That made sense. Oh, jeez. Ooh, I almost got hit by that like an idiot. Oh, there was the music loop. You could hear it.
Speed level 3, let's go.
E10G, what are you doing? Alright. Bro! Oh, we had the same idea. I thought I could do it. Oh man. Oh, he's got big attack now. Oh, well, he's oh. I broke just in time. Oh, I want that. I want that. Yeah, give me that. Oh. No, no, no. Oh. One
And-
punch!
1 pound. Let's go.
GG. Oh man. Baker saying, make this competitive mode, please. Oh man. Would you like to run one more and then call it a night?
That would be fine by me.
All
Good
right.
sir.
Most excellent.
That was too soft.
Oh yeah, we got JSR music.
Jet Set Radio.
Jet Set Radio.
Yeah.
Oh. Not exactly sure how that missed. Looked like it was right there. Mirror. Oh no, I'm behind. Big sad. I think unlike the standard mode, tornadoes actually damage you in this mode. But that, yeah, that in exchange made so much sense, bro.
Oh,
It's okay, I got hit by the CPUs too.
I boosted it, man.
Oop, hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Oh, I'm good at the game. 10 plus 2, let's go.
The character overhaul can trickle down the battle mode? Possibly. Yeah, it might be able to do that.
Hi, what are you doing, my guy? Oh, he was memeing. Monkey go purr. Yeah, didn't want to challenge me, huh? Get out of here.
Got one.
Oh,
Ooh,
good dodge.
the manipulation, the swervature on my part.
The swervature, bro.
Are you ready for this?
That was too soft. Uh-oh.
Oh my
Oh no, I lost the egg. Big sad.
god. Got him!
Wait, can you actually still hit in the pit?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, nice. Oh man. Need to practice my battle mode skills. Alright, you guys, well, we are going to go ahead and close out the stream now. Mr. Protagonist, thank you for coming onto the channel. It was an honor to have you get this
Thanks,
interview, do a in-depth tutorial on the game. Been wanting to do this for quite some time. Most excellent to have you a part of the 50 follower celebration week. Was a privilege and an honor, my friend. Thank you.
Of course, yeah, likewise. Feel the same. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it. And, you know, hopefully I was a decent co-host, I guess, yeah.
No, absolutely, yeah. To everyone in the stream, I hope we were able to give you guys a nice in-depth tutorial, some information on Tournament Edition, and get all y'all hyped. I hope we brought in some more competition to the server. So anyway, tomorrow, going to have day 4 of the celebration. We're going to be playing some Sonic Robo Blast 2, but with a twist in the server. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Be sure to... Oh yeah, Prote, go ahead and put your Twitch channel in the stream chat if you haven't already. Give everyone a link to that. That is your destination for competitive competitive play, you guys. Most, if not all, of the tournaments are hosted there. So definitely tune in. Please come and join the server. Come compete with us. Be a lot of fun to have you guys join us. And from Lightning Thunderbolt, the Real Protagonist, and everyone here at the channel, thank you all for watching. And until next time, as always, keep on staying way past